farmers, welcome to another goldenrod farming video. Today I'm going to go over the Razorfern Kraul. It's been a while since I farmed this dungeon. I've not really farmed it a whole lot since the changes to it, but I've ran it a couple of times so far already and it's done pretty good, I'd have to say. I've averaged about 5k each run so far. The best drop I got, I believe, is the poison tipped bone spear. I also got a recipe that sells for about 800 gold as well. When you kill the boss here and the boars first spawn, I recommend that you wait to kill them if you are a skinner, because once they reach over here you will be able to loot them and skin them. I do recommend that you run this as a skinner if you plan on running this dungeon. However, it's not necessary for you to have the profession skinning. It just adds a little bit of extra gold on your timer. If you do skin, then I also recommend that you use the Dark Moon Fire Water. That will help you skin the mobs a lot faster and go through it so you can complete it a little bit faster. Some of the items that you will be able to get here that sell for a decent amount are the Mantle of Thieves, which sells for about 50k. The Staff of the Shade, which sells for about 35k. The Avengers Armor, which sells for about 28k or 38k. The Vendetta, which sells for about 42k. The Sword of DK, which sells for about 53k, and then the Wolfclaw Gloves, which sells for about 40k. There are a few more, and it looks like I just picked up the Avengers Armor, and it looks like it's going for about 60k on my server. I was not expecting that, but there are a few more items that sell for quite a bit here. That's just a small list of them. There's usually always a chest that spawns here. Sometimes it's locked, sometimes it's not. So if you are a rogue or blacksmith, then you should always be able to pick it up, and I recommend that you do. I just got a 4k piece off of it, which is actually pretty good considering my luck for transmog is actually pretty shitty. I don't believe I've ever gotten a transmog item to drop that sells for that much when farming a dungeon. So this is what the Avengers Armor looks like. Doesn't look too bad. While running this dungeon, you do have a chance of getting a decent amount of silk cloth, which you can use the silk cloth shuffle, which I show how to do that in my how to make melee lanes with silk cloth video. The biggest part of skinning the mobs comes up here when you enter the cave with all the bats. And I don't know if this chest is always here or if it can spawn elsewhere too, but the last few times I've ran this, I've seen it here. and it is kind of hidden, but it's very noticeable when you're coming up to this part of the dungeon. Most of these drop either 1 to 2 medium or heavy leather. Running this will be my 3rd time now. It looks like you get more heavy leather than you do medium. I did recently cover a video on the medium leather shuffle, which you can check out if you are interested in that. These mobs will also have a chance of dropping the sharp claw, which is a crouching reagent for a few transmog items. I don't know how many it is. So if you want to save on to those, you can, or sell them if they are selling for a decent amount on your server. I will look really quick to see which recipes use that. It looks like you can use the sharp claws for the barbaric iron shoulders, which sells for about looks like 8k. On my server they're pretty cheap, but that's probably because there's a lot of people who sell transmog. And the barbaric iron helm, which sells for about 12k. I don't believe there's any more that use the claws, but I've averaged 1 claw per run, so you'd have to run this quite a few times to get the amount of claws you need. The last notable part of this run will end up here when you reach the frogs. I didn't know this, but you have a chance of getting a tree frog box off of this rare up here, and if I am correct, the bat rare still spawns back here every now and then. I haven't seen it yet. I guess there's a couple different boxes that this boss or this rare can drop, and so far they both look to sell for around the same amount. They're nothing big, but they are pets, and I know a lot of people like to collect pets, so don't forget to check your server out for those. If you are a druid, then you can easily teleport to Moonglade, or if you are a monk, then you can teleport to whatever spell they have that allows you to do that. If you aren't either one of those, then unfortunately you'll have to run back. It doesn't take too long. I think it takes around a minute or so. If you have speed boosts, then I'd recommend that you save those and use them on your way back. But for the most part, it looks like you average around 5k a run, and that's with transmog and stuff. If you're lucky, then you can get more. It takes me about 7 minutes. but because I got that drop, it kind of slowed me down a bit because I wasn't expecting to get anything really noteworthy. I believe that is all for this guide. Don't forget to check out the other videos that I had mentioned. You can make a little bit more gold using this farm. There are some transmog items that you can also craft, which I will probably start going over in separate videos. But for now, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.